Well, Thomas, I guess first your thoughts on Oregon State's defense. What kind of catches your eye?
Yeah, they're definitely a physical defense. Their corners, like to press you, play man, and they do a great job of creating turnovers. So ball security is going to be a must this week.
You got I think they're the corner who's the Pac-12 Player of the Week. The guy's 6'3" corner. I mean, what's the challenge in that? Probably don't see very many of them.
Yeah, he's definitely a lengthy corner, and he likes to, like I said before, press you, get his hands on you. So it's going to be, pretty key that we have good releases against him.
With the D coordinator obviously being from Utah State from last year, it sounds like some of the coaches are going back and watching that film and trying to see what he does. Have you gone back and looked at that game at all? And what can you take? Obviously, you guys didn't play very well offensively in that game.
Yeah, we didn't play very well in that game offensively. We've watched a lot of Oregon State and Utah State from last year. We just missed a lot of shots. Like I said before, they played the same way where press man, they contested a lot of our passes, so that's a big thing this week.
I mean, do you expect, like, scheme-wise and stuff, a lot of similarities from what Utah State did in that game to what you'll see with Oregon State now with the same coordinator?
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of the same schemes, and that's kind of, how we're going about it right now is what they've shown us this year and last year against Utah State.
Is that common to look at a team, the last year's film with Utah State and Oregon State, or do you guys usually just focus on the team that you're going to be playing and just look at that video per se?
I would say it's pretty common, especially new D coordinator, what team he was on last year. I think that's pretty common to go back and look at that film, especially if your team played him last year.
Have you found it takes a little more effort now these days to get open? I mean, the defenses are going to be focusing on you. Do you have to amp it up a little bit, or has it been kind of similar to maybe last season?
I'd say it's pretty similar. I think, our offensive coaches do a great job in scheming it up to the point where they know the defense's weaknesses and kind of the soft areas in their zones, and that's kind of what we attack.
How much of an impact has Cedric Wilson had on what you're doing and just the offense as a whole?
He's had a huge impact. He's a guy that makes plays. If there's ever a 50-50 ball, he's going to go up and come down with it, so that's huge for offense, and he's just another threat to add to us.
Does that help you get open at all when they have to keep an eye on him too?
Definitely. I mean, the more threats we have on offense, the easier it is for guys to get involved and things like that. And he came in the spring and had a good spring, good summer, and none of us are really surprised that he's doing so well right now.
I know Oregon State obviously last year didn't have a great year, but in fact they're Pac-12 and stuff. I mean, is that a big deal to you whenever you get a chance to play against a Pac-12 team?
Yeah, I think it's a big deal, especially back-to-back Pac-12 opponents. I think it's pretty good, and especially at a conference like this, having a strong schedule, I think it's kind of our time to make a point on how good of a team we are.
We've heard a lot, like Ben Weaver was saying, respect and stuff. I mean, what is it about getting a chance to play the Power 5 teams that kind of fires you guys up?
I would say that sometimes we're considered kind of an underdog because we're not Power 5 school, and it kind of gives us an edge, I think, that they might not respect us or underestimate us, and I think that's kind of a big part of coming out and playing those big schools.
Not sure if it's possible, but have you seen Jeremy's physicality running the football, gain a difference compared to last season?
Yeah, definitely. Jeremy's doing a great job of finishing his runs, falling forward, attacking the defender. And, a lot of that is with our own line, too. They're doing a great job for him, and he's doing a good job of getting those extra yards we need.
How was, I wanted to ask you, how has it kind of worked, with, you got offensive coordinators now with Hill and Huff and Harris calling plays. How has that worked for you guys? Was there a transition there? Was it fairly smooth? I mean, how has that whole process gone for you guys?
I would say it's really smooth. And, having three guys back there that all are qualified and know what they're doing, I think, we've come up with a lot of creative plays, and, there's just the more minds on it, the better it is.
Do you think that's better? Because for some people, maybe that could be an issue, but do you think that's been a good thing here?
Yeah, it's definitely not an issue with our team. I think they do a great job of dissecting the defense and kind of laying out what's going to work against them.
Since the last time BSU played Oregon State, you guys actually have more Pac-12 wins than they do. Are you expecting a pretty hungry Oregon State team maybe trying to prove something?
Definitely. Definitely a hungry Oregon State team. They just came off a win against Idaho State, so they're going to be hungry, and I think we've done a good job this bye week preparing for them.
Have you kept in touch much with Hedrick? And I know obviously he said he's going to be at the game, and obviously what he's doing. Do you guys talk much, and what do you think about his career path now?
We talk every once in a while. I think he's on the career path of a policeman right now, and I'm excited. Hopefully I see him after the game.
Thanks, guys.